Maria, you are in the same boat as many people. The amount of money that Mount Carmel owes its shareholders is astonishing. It is, it was stolen. Well, as I mentioned to you, a lot of the properties that we're trying to sell, there's probably only one or two that has a mortgage on it, or probably only one. Only one. You could take, people have taken Mount Carmel to court. I don't know what the outcome will be. Mount Carmel doesn't have the money. The league doesn't have your money. Um, so I really cannot give you, I understand perfectly. And I really cannot give you a satisfactory answer. Um,
Yes, David Ruiz. Um, with all respect, I believe the outcome of the credit union shows the failure at all levels of the failure in management of the community with the members who did not demand, que no exigimos. Creo que el fallo al final es de todos nosotros, tanto como los miembros, the management, and I believe the league, because I don't understand how mismanagement could have occurred over such a long period of time, and it couldn't have been noted at the top level, no? In any case, el daño ya se hizo, but I believe those people should be held up to task.
Well, let me tell you, during the time, I think it was in 2004, that credit unions started to become regulated by the central bank. The league doesn't regulate a credit union. We assist in training and development and so on. The league doesn't have your money, and we are not responsible for the embezzlement that happened. The credit union was being regulated at the time by by the Department of Cooperatives. So they were responsible for auditing credit unions and for providing audits and to make sure that things are done properly. The board of directors of that credit union, of all credit unions, their supervisory committee and their credit committee, they are also the persons who are responsible to govern the credit union. The members, when you come to AGM, you should not just accept dividends and that would be sufficient. You need to look on the financial statements, ask questions, and interrogate these people that are managing your money. So you're right that it has been failure at different levels, but that is it. It has failed at different levels, but everybody who is a member of Mount Carmel Credit Union has the responsibility to ask questions as well.
But what will happen to those people then in management? Will they just go away like that?
Well, as I mentioned before, the police did arrest them as far as I concerned. You probably, as far as I could remember, you probably know about what happened more than I do because it happened in your community. I think they were arrested, but nothing happened. At the league level, when we started to administer Mount Carmel, we took it up again with the court, but nothing happened. We sent letters, we called, we tried very hard for them to reactivate the case, and nothing happened. So that is it from our perspective. Ms. Consuelo?
First time that I am hearing about this embezzlement.
Well, since we are administering the credit union, we were told by the regulator, which is the central bank, that we need to have a meeting to tell these people about what is happening. I am hoping, I don't know if at the time, the regulator at that time had insisted that those people who were taking care of the credit union hold a meeting with you. But suffice to say, it was all over the news. Every now and again, it pops its head out. I was not in the credit union at the time, but I knew about it because it was in the news. So it was known. It was known. I'm sorry to hear that you know that this is a surprise to you, but it was known. It was in the news. Mr. Constable?
Jose Pinero. To me, all of this like flagging on dead horse. happened to them people were, oh, if you ask me, let them run. Same way how all the people were embezzling $1 million, they got scot free, let the people alone.
Well, you know,
I lost considerable money,
I understand.
and I don't get over that.
I understand your sentiment, but
Leave them alone.
if you have borrowed money and the credit union owe you no money, if I were you, I would pay the money. Because if I borrow from somebody, I want to pay them back. And I'm hoping that more people, that we won't, our action won't be guided by people who are crooks. You know? I'm just saying. Somebody had a
Bueno, pero voy a hacer aquí
the
una
lady.
canción acá.
For us to hear clearly,
No, man, yo lo que sé que voy a pasar por ahí, por el hombre.
Okay, very good. Yes,
Right.
okay. Some people at the back aren't hearing. So when you have a question, would you, you'll have to come up so that we could share the mic, so that you could talk and I could answer you and we are not all around the place, right? So those people who want to talk, we'll ask that you come up. You come up to the front. We ask that you say your name and then you give your answer.
Buenas tardes. My name is Wilson Pratt. Several questions I have in mind. What will you be doing to get my money back from those crooks who thief our money from the credit union? And we all know who are. What? Government? Private? Whosoever? We all know who thief our money. Alright? So I want to know from the league, why will the credit union be closed down? I know it's in shambles, in everything, a disaster. But why, until right now, these things are coming up, that our credit union will be shut down? Why? So, like I said, all those who destroyed this credit union, we know who they are. They have big houses. Why does the league go and copy everything and replace my money? Thank you.
Mr. Pat, I would love to be able to do that, but things have to be done through the courts. I think we've tried very hard to get that done,
But
and that was not successful.
every time we see people go to court with handcuffs and everything, that's only puppy show.
I wish I could solve all the ills of our community, but unfortunately I cannot. I don't know if there's a class action that can be taken by the members of the credit union. I don't know. I really don't know. I know that from the league level, we tried our utmost best, and we had no success at all. The credit union belongs to you. Credit union belongs to the league. We assist as much as possible. The credit union belongs to you.